think that's a characteristic of strong leadership, which leads me to my next discussion point. So leadership in this era, right? This AI, this rapid pace, this turbulent era, from your perspective, considering government, industry, global institutions, and just your experiences at large, what are some of those defining elements of great leaders?
So I think the first thing I try to remind people is recognize that leadership is when you step outside of expectations and manage the friction associated with it. And usually when you step outside of expectations, you're going to irk at least one or more groups of people. No. And so often when you're in the moment of leading, you're not getting accolades. If you're getting accolades, you're doing a great job managing, not leading. And that's okay. We all need to have some management. If we don't manage expectations to a degree, then we're quickly out of a job. Whether it's, what our boss wants, our peers want, our reports want, the Congress wants, our shareholders want, whatever. But leading is when you say, look, I hear your expectations, but I'm going to step outside of them because I think this is actually a better path. This will take us to a better place. And you got to manage the friction because people are going to say, no, get back in your box, or this is not what I wanted you to do. This is not why you were hired. And you have to have a sense as to how much change you can introduce. I often say there's also the word leadership comes from the Greek word leet, which means to be sent unto death. You're really helping them pay respects to the death of an idea or a death of a way of working or even a death of an identity. I mean, you and I were talking a little bit earlier about what happened in 2025. I think great leaders are identified by how they help people process loss. It might not be that I can help you avoid a loss, but I can help you process it. And so to your point, yes, I also think great leaders are willing, and I think best about how President Lincoln surrounded himself with a cabinet of rivals because he actually wanted to hear the different perspectives and he was willing to hold all the different perspectives in his head and still lead in that type of environment.